In this video, we're going to learn how to rearrange equations. Now, this is something that a lot of students have trouble with, and it's actually fairly straightforward. All you need to do is just do it step by step and just need to get some practice in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with an equation from electricity unit. So let's start with potential difference, which is equal to current times resistance. Okay, V equals IR. Okay, and a lot of questions will ask you how to rearrange equations. So, for example, they might want to find how to make R the subject. Okay, and it's really straightforward. So whatever you do here, in this case, you're multiplying. You do the reverse. So what we're going to do is, if we want to get R on its own, we need to get rid of I, which is the current. Okay, so what we're going to do to get rid of the current, we need to divide by I. Okay, whatever we do on this side, on the right hand side, we do on the left hand side. Okay, now what happens is if you have the same thing on the top and the bottom, then they cancel out. So we can cancel this one out and cancel this one out. So we rewrite the equation. It will now be R, which is the subject, equals V over I. Okay. Now, just to show you that works in principle, let's just put some numbers in there. Okay. So instead of V equals IR, now we're going to put some numbers in there. So let's put some numbers. Let's start with 8. Okay. Equals 2 times 4. Okay. So we know 2 times 4 is 8. And if we want to make 4 the subject, in this case it's very similar to what we did with R, we need to get rid of the 2. So what do we do? Because we're multiplying here, we need to do the opposite of multiplying, which is divide. So we divide by 2. Okay, and whatever we do on the right hand side, we do on the left hand side. Okay. Okay. And the reason we do that is because it's an equal sign. So whatever we do on the right hand side, we have to equally do the same on the left hand side. So the 2 and the 2, because they're the same, they cancel out. And you're left with 8 over 2. So if we rewrite this, making 4 the subject, 8 divided by 2 is indeed 4. So we've done exactly the same down here using numbers, just to prove that this method works up here. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to try one example by yourself. So let's use another equation from electricity unit. So we've got power equals current times potential difference. Yeah, so P equals IV. And what I want you to do is make I the subject. Okay, so what I want you to do is pause the video, have a go yourself, and then once you've had a go, unpause the video and see whether you've got the right answer or not. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at rearranging the equation, making I the subject. Make sure that you do it step by step as I've just shown you. So we're trying to make I the subject, which means we need to get rid of the V. And the opposite of multiplying by V is dividing by V. So let's do that. Let's divide by V. And whatever we do on the right hand side, we do on the left hand side. So let's divide by V. The V's cancel out because they're the same, top and bottom. So if we rearrange the equation, current is equal to power divided by the potential difference. Hopefully you would have got that correct.